Yo, what's up, duelists? How's it going? Welcome in. I'm gonna give it a minute before we get started to let people kind of trickle in because I don't want to have to repeat anything, ideally. But the whole purpose of today is gonna be like recap and future plans for the next upcoming year. What's up, duelists? Welcome in. Hope you all had a great holiday so far. Hope y'all had a great holiday. We don't want top chat, we want all chat. I gotta update this. Press 1 if you're locked in right now. Press 1 if you are here with your boy on this fine Sunday morning. Should I give a little bit of a weather forecast? Chance of rain. Page unresponsive. Oh my gosh. Come on, man. Come on. Already off to a terrible start, as y'all can tell. Page unresponsive. My goodness. All right, give me 1 second. Just gotta refresh the chat. Hopefully it starts working again. Dude, everything is like just shutting down on me. My whole computer isn't working. I need to get a new machine. I think it's gotten to the point where like my machine is just not doing what I need it to be doing, and that's gonna be a problem. I think moving into the next season, we're gonna need to update our hardware a little bit. This is unreal. Let's see. What's up, Scuggy? Is it working? Is it finally working? Are we working? Is it finally happening? Oh my goodness. Why is everything breaking? Am I just like cooked, bro? Oh, the chat is broken. It's over. I'm just gonna ignore it. We're just gonna get into it. Alright. Oh my God. Now my mouse is like just not working. What is happening, bro? They're DDoSing you. They don't want to see the epic plans we have for 2026. They don't want to see it. They just want to see me fail. YouTube, please. Computer, please. All right, that's it. We gotta crowdsource a new machine. Is this what's happening? What's up, Neo Day Dallas? How you doing? Ocean Dragon. Lord. What's up, Murray? What's up, Scuggy? Is my PC cooked? Yeah, it's kind of cooked, bro. It's kind of cooked. I don't even know how far behind I am on the chat. I'm trying to update it to say live chat. Okay, there we go. Did we get it to live chat? Boys? Are we out here? Is this shit working? Can we get into it? All right, today's the 2025 recap plus 2026 plans. I got some big plans for 2026. So lock in, everybody. Lock in right now. Everybody, lock in. Everybody, please, quick, hurry up. Press 1, lock in. Let me know if you're ready to get started, and we'll get right into it. Because I got a lot of stuff to talk about, and we gotta just get into it. So this last year was. Thank you so much for the re-ups membership. You're out. This last year was the 2025 year. Big things. Next year will be 2026. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Bet you guys didn't see that one coming. So this year, 2025. Next year, 2026. All right, let's get into it. Now that you have You have that piece of information from your boy. Invaluable piece of information. Historic, really. The historic 2025 year. Anyway, let's get into the RBET. Was the biggest year for Edison so far. I completely agree, Kid Moto Dragon. It was the biggest year for Edison so far. Oh my gosh. 2025 was insane, dude. It was so crazy. I was trying to make a recap video, and like the amount of stuff I had to put into the recap video, there was just too much. There was just too much. It was like, bro, we threw 10 in-person RBETs. We tripled the output from the previous seasons. Like, that is crazy. We went worldwide this year. We had the most, how do I say it? It was one of the craziest years. I spent over half of my weekends on Yu-Gi-Oh this year. Like, this is not, a good thing. But I did do it, and I did get to travel the world, and I was actually trying to, like, recap all the people I worked with and all the people I met with and, like, everything across the whole world. I literally met thousands of you guys this past year. It was so sick. It was like so sick. Squish says you would say 2024 was the biggest year because of the Ultimate Time Wizard tournaments. Yeah, you're wrong. Yeah, you're just fucking insanely wrong, bro. The Ultimate Time Wizard tournaments, that's like play school shit, bro. That's like play school shit. You know they didn't mean shit because they got canceled and we still had the biggest year ever. Like, that's how you know it didn't matter at all. That's how you know those didn't matter, bro. Anyway, this year was insane. I met literally thousands of you guys, which is insane. I was trying to piece together a list, like a master list of all the people, who I met, and it was just like, oh my gosh, man, like, it's been such a cool year. I can't even put into words what it was like getting to literally travel the world and, like, see all of you guys and, like, meet all you guys in person, and, like, so many of you guys know me, like, really well because you watch the videos. And so it was like I was meeting someone who I was friends with, but I didn't know it yet. It was just crazy. It was so sick. Man, this has been such a cool experience. Like, I can't put into words how cool it has been. And if you guys have been to an RBET, like, you kind of get the idea. You kind of get the vibe of what the RBETs are like. It's like a party. It's like a big social gathering more than anything else. And so, like, being able to do 10 of them was really sick. This was like, I set a goal at the beginning of the year to do 8. And we exceeded that. We actually exceeded that. Let's start talking about them. The first one was RBT Los Angeles, RBT at Pomona. This was a back-to-back weekend. So there was 2 RBTs this weekend. This one was insane. It was so cool. And it was such a cool way to start off the year. I think a big highlight of this one was having the voice actors of Yugi and Kaiba announce the start of the tournament. I actually have a video of it real quick. I wonder if we can get that pulled up. I don't know if it might crash my computer because my computer is just like made by cavemen, apparently. No, my computer is very old. It's like 15 years old. I need to get a new computer, like, pretty badly, if we're being honest. Like, the fan is going crazy right now, and I'm just, like, looking for the video. New computer 2026 for sure is on the plans. I can't seem to... Where did I put it? I can't seem to find where I put it, but the voice actor of Yugi and Kaiba announced this one, and I have a video of it, and it was just, like, such a surreal experience and such a surreal start to the year to have, like, literally the guy, like, literally Yugi Moto announces the start of RBET. Hello? Like, is this real life? Like, this is crazy. This is such an insane experience. And then on top of that, obviously, SoCal, very competitive scene. I got to throw it with all my boys. Shout out SoCal Retro Yugs and Totagon. So, yeah, no, that was a good event. This was like a really, really cool way to kick off the year. And I think it really only went up from there. The next one we went to was RBT Las Vegas, which was at Level Up Expo in collaboration with Pro Play Games. And this one was just unbelievable. Another back-to-back weekend. I legit didn't think it was going to be this poppin'. It was so poppin'. Like, and the cool thing about Vegas was it was in my home city. So, like, all my friends, like, all the people I see every week at locals, I got to put on for them. Like, they got something big. And I think that that's really cool. I was really happy to be able to put on for them. Because they're, like, I don't know. They're my day ones, you know? So I'm happy that they got to come hang out at something bigger than, like, a local. RBT at Genesis is going to be the most hyped tournament yet. Yeah, I think people are big sleeping on RBT at Genesis. We'll get to that later and during the 2026 section. DeMarco says RBT LA was the most lit experience ever. Dude, every RBT this year was fucking phenomenal. It was such a banger year. Las Vegas was a personal favorite of mine because I didn't have to travel. So it was really nice. I got to roll out of bed at my own home. I got to drive down to the convention center, and then I got to put on one of the sickest, like, tournaments of all time. The Anime Con food atmosphere, yeah, no, like, the convention RBTs are really, really hype. Urel says, maybe when there's one around Texas. I'm working on it. What's up, Nadir? 4391. So this was the third and fourth RBT of the year, was in Las Vegas. It was another back-to-back weekend. Crazy weekend. I believe it was Hero Frogs day 1 and then Gladiator Beasts day 2 took it down. So really cool. And then for LA, I believe it was Black Wings both day. No, it was Diva Hero day 1 and then Black Wings day 2. So yeah, so 4 different decks. Off the bat, off rip, 4 different decks winning the first 4 RBTs of the season. So that was nuts. That was really, really nuts. And honestly, it was like riding a high from that point. And then we gotta talk about it because it did happen in 2025. Konami did cancel the Ultimate Time Wizard program. And normally I'd say who cares, like who Megalol, Konami who, like Yu-Gi-Oh's a dead game, like who cares what they do, you know what I mean? The only reason Yu-Gi-Oh is even relevant is like culturally is because of RBET. Let's be fucking real. But hey, here we are out here grinding. And like they did it in the worst way. I think the rug pull that they did on the players was like a very real financial hit to players. Like it was like, oh, you took a weekend off from work. You booked flights. You booked hotels for Nats. We're not going to put on for you. And when they did that, I think that was like Konami's been on kind of like a steady decline. Yu-Gi-Oh's been on kind of a steady decline. But like for me, that was like, oh, this game is over. Like nobody is going to support Konami after this. There were so many videos. Like Team Samurai made a video where it was just like Yu-Gi-Oh just lost half its player base. Like there were so many people talking about it. Ruxin talked about it. Obviously, all the big YouTubers talked about it. All the big YouTubers came to the RBT that we threw to make up for all the players who got screwed over by this. And for those of you who don't know, what happened is basically Konami just soft canceled Ultimate Time Wizard without telling anyone until it was like 2 or 3 weeks out from Nats. And as a result, everyone who booked flights was like, what the fuck? Because everyone booked flights with anticipation of there being an Ultimate Time Wizard because there had been for like 2 years at that point. So I woke up, I remember waking up that day, I had like hundreds of DMs from players who were like, yo, you got to throw an RBT because I booked travel. I took the weekend off. I can't I can't cancel this now. It's like too late to get a refund or whatever. So many people were getting screwed over by Konami, which is just like unbelievable that even happened. Like just suicidal almost from a corporate perspective that this type of event happened. And so as a result, a huge shout out to the Versus Games guys and Who Needs Meta, because we all came together and we were able to pull together this event like literally out of nowhere. Like we pulled together RBT Indie in less than 5 days. I don't even want to tell you guys how hard it is to organize an RBT, but pulling it together in less than 5 days is unreal. It's like the fact that we were able to do that was like, oh, we can just do this now. Like, it was like actually crazy. And the fact that we can do it and we're just a group of like fucking 6 dudes, you know what I mean? Like, just saying, okay, enough Konami. We can just do it better ourselves. And then we did it better ourselves. Was like, man, that was a sick feeling. That was a really sick feeling. And then the tournament itself was like actually insane. Hyperlink, yes, we do. I've announced one of them in the videos. The second one will be in the next video. Don't worry about it right now. But yes, we do have the designs completed, and they will be. One of them has been announced in previous videos. Anyway, moving on. Indy was crazy. It was like the biggest like handshake from the community. Everyone showed up. Literally everyone. It was like all the YouTubers, all the Edison players, all the Chicago area, all the SoCal area, all the Florida area. Everyone came together to make this happen in light of Konami canceling it. And it was cool too. We were able to give players who got screwed over by Nats, who already had travel booked, we were able to give them priority access. It was just like a really cool way we were able to pick up the pieces of a really messed up thing that happened. And on top of that, we donated all of the profits from this one to charity. So it wasn't just like we came together for like the community, but we ended up sending like, I think it was like $500-$600 to No Kid Hungry. Maybe it was a little bit less than that. The event was really hard to pull together last minute and also make profitable, but the fact that we had some profit and we were able to do this. Nadir says, do you organize everything alone? Typically it starts with me and then I work with like 1 or 2 other guys and then it turns into a team. But for every location it's a different team, and for every location it starts with me. So yeah, this one was like, I'm so happy that we were able to pull this one out of a hat. There are a lot of people to thank for this. There's, oh fuck, I'm gonna forget. Someone helped me out with the venue contact. He's an Atlanta guy. Oh, I forget his name. I'm really bad with names. I'm sorry. If you know who he is, you know who he is. But he helped us with the plug with the venue. He said, hit up University of Indianapolis. We did. And also the guy at University of Indianapolis was a super homie. He had like a TCG player store. He was like this like middle-aged dude, and he was awesome. He like he was like the groundskeeper basically, and he like builds vending machines and stuff like that, like as a side hustle, and like has a TCG player store as a side hustle. And it was like, he was really interested in the event itself, and it was super cool. That was like by far one of the sickest events of the year, because it was like really like a community W. I think like in general, like my belief on the world is that like community over corporate always. Like the second something starts to get corporate, it starts to suck. Like literally always. Like that's just fucking how it goes. And there's some benefits to having like a big fucking corporation like Konami around, because they print the cards, right? There's some benefit to that. But like after a certain point, like those benefits are really like diminishing. And if anything, it's like harm to the game and harm to the community. Whereas like the community knows what the community needs. And so the community is able to provide what the community needs. And this was like a perfect example of like doing shit with your boys over doing shit for profit. And like, that was fucking sick. So yeah, this was crazy. This was a real game changer, I'd say. The next one, of course, was RBET Santa Clara, which another packed house. Thus far, all the events just fucking selling out, which is crazy too, to imagine. Like, all these people trying to game, you know, at the highest level. And trying to get their names made. Like, that's another cool thing about RBET is, like, if you top one of these, like, thinking of the garden salad deck from this one, it's like your name is in history forever. Like, you have that RBET top. You're in the video. You're on the thing. Whatever. Pokey says, will you be doing or planning to do an RBT in Italy like you said in Fraser video? I'll talk about that in 2026. We're doing a recap right now. We'll talk about all the plans in the 2026 section. So, but if I said I was going to, then yes, obviously. Like if I said I was going to do it, I wouldn't publicly say I was going to do it unless I was working on it. So, yes, this is the Santa Clara. Yeah, that's right. That's where we were. Sorry. I lost my train of thought there for a second. Santa Clara was nuts. It was really cool. NorCal, so another California one. But, you know, I love California, and there's a huge community of players there. We're going to be coming back to Northern California this year for RBET at Genesis, so hoping to see another packed house there. It's going to be one of the most insane events of the year, if not the most insane event of the year next year, just because, like, being at Genesis is so unbelievably cool. So, yeah, really excited for that. Yeah, no, just good shit all around. Santa Clara was kind of one of the more like low key ones. It was only one day. I just noticed this guy's shirt. That's fucking fire. Hold up. You see that guy's shirt? It says no ice. Hey yo, that's fire. Ice out of LA shirt spotted. Wait, let's zoom in on that guy's shirt real quick. Who is that guy? That's fire. Look at that. No ice. Fuck ice. Alright. But for real. That's actually sick. Shout out this guy. Dude, shout out the Edison community. We're so fucking based, bro. I love this community so much. I love getting to meet you guys this last year. This was sick. Santa Clara, I met a lot of people. A lot of OGs showed up at Santa Clara. Alright, moving on. So that was the 6th one of the year. Then we had another back-to-back weekend in Denver. Shout out Pro Play Games again for putting on for the boys. Denver was a cool one because it was kind of last minute. We had like I think Chicago sold out and we were like, we want to do another one. Denver is cool. It's a Midwest type thing. You can see you. What's good? But yeah, Denver was sick. Yeah, tag yourself, right? Denver was sick. It was really fun. I actually really enjoyed Denver. It was like, I think one of the coolest venues. I don't know if you guys can really understand the venue from this photo because we were in like kind of a small corner of the convention space. But the venue itself was like, man, it was so sick. It was like a castle. Like the Uber would drop you off and then you had to walk like another half mile just to get to like the like fucking dungeon that we were in, like dueling, bro. It was sick. It was actually really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. Shout out to all the boys who I worked with on this one. Shout out to Totagon. Literally, this series would not be possible if it wasn't for Totagon. So if you guys want to know how RBT was possible this year, it's because of Totagon. Subscribe to Totagon. He really helped out. He produced Denver. He produced Santa Clara. He produced Vegas. He produced both days in LA. He's produced almost every single RBT. Like, he was the guy on the feature match, making sure everything is going all right, making sure the cameras are set up, making sure the life totals are right and everything. And he's always improving the setup, which is really sick. Anyway, so Denver was another back-to-back weekend. So that puts us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in Denver. And Denver was tight. Denver was probably, it was either my first or second favorite of the year for me personally, just as an organizer, because PPG handled a lot of the stuff that I normally have to handle. So they made it really easy for me, which was cool. So I have to give a huge shout to them for handling a lot of that stuff. So anyway, the next one, of course, RBT Chicago. Probably the most viewed of all of the RBTs. We had the highest peak viewership, over 1,000 concurrents, which is a crazy stat. Like, bro, Edison Yu-Gi-Oh! With over 1,000 concurrents, you tell me that 5 years ago, I'd be like, I mean, I believe it. I believed in the vision from day one. I had the vision day one, and now it's finally coming to life, bro. is finally coming to life. But like, I gotta shout out my boy Polaroid, and of course Metaphos and HT19 and Eric Shen for helping me put this one on. This one was sick. This one was really cool. The production value, thanks to Polaroid, was really good. This was one of the few that wasn't produced by Totagon, and we learned a lot on this one, just working with different people that we're gonna adapt for future ones, of course. And this one was really sick. This was a fully community ran one, similar to Indie. So like, it was literally just us YouTubers like out there, like literally like the small Edison creators like us. We like fucking just put this one on. We were like, fuck it, Chicago needs one. And Marcus hit me up. I remember Metaphos hit me up, and he was like, dude, we got to do this. And he's like, I got a venue. I got the squad. I'm like, fuck, bro, let's do it. And we threw this one together. It sold out in like 5 minutes. This one was crazy. Sold out fast. Chicago they play Edison, bro. And then this was the first time where like I started to see like the signs of Riftbound. So like Riftbound kind of like got leaked. It didn't get leaked, but it was like, there was like demos going around at this time. A ton of people at Chicago had proxied Riftbound decks, and they were playing it in between rounds. And it was like, oh shit, Riftbound is the future. Like, this is the first like kind of insight into like the culture of Riftbound and like what Riftbound is going to look like in 2026 and like the future. And that's something that keep in the back of your mind. If you haven't already played Riftbound, it's worth noting that it's very similar to Edison in a lot of ways, in a lot of good ways, I could say. But yeah, this was an amazing event. This was really spectacular. I got to spend a lot of time with Hector, HT19, over the weekend, and I had a really good time hanging out with him. We recorded a money match over on his channel, playing against each other. 2 money matches, actually, which was really fun for me personally. But just getting to hang out with Steven, who hopped on co-commentary, and Marcus, who was my co-commentator throughout the event, and seeing all the other players show up to this one, turn up to this one. Man, this was a really special one for me. This was really cool. I had never been to Chicago before, so I flew in. I got to see a little bit of the city. Hector showed me around a bit. I tried some of their deep dish pizza. It was pretty good. All the squad came out to this one too. A lot of the YouTubers came out to this one. Gage even made top cut, I believe. Or no, he topped Indy, I think. I'm not sure if he topped Chicago, but he topped Indy. I might have got them confused. But yeah, it was my first time in Chicago, and man, it was cool. I really liked it. I liked the city a lot. I liked the people a lot, even more. I was there for a little bit on, I think, the day after, because this was only a 1-day event. And I was literally just, I know this is going to sound fucking weird, but I was just like walking around on the street and just talking to random people. And like, everyone was chill as fuck in Chicago. Like, everybody was so sick. They were like fucking just yapping to me. I was like, dude, this is tight. Like, I talked to some dude who worked for the ACLU. Shout out to ACLU. I talked to some dude who was homeless. He was just chilling there. I talked to a bunch of cool people in Chicago, like while I was there on the second day before my flight. It was cool. It was really sick. Just going to a city and just like talking to the people who live there and like getting a vibe for it was really cool. And like, just seeing the difference between all the different communities, but also the similarities. We're all so similar, man. Like, no matter what city you live in, like if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player, like we know you hand shuffle. Like no matter what city you live in, you know what I mean? Like it's cool. It's cool to see all that. And Chicago was like, obviously viewership, super, super highlight. All the boys came out for Chicago with regards to the stream as well. And then last but certainly not least, the biggest event of the year, RBT Berlin, hosted in partnership with Heaven's Door Gaming. Shout out Yami Darius. Oh my god, dude. This is so sick. I can't even put it into words. Like, dude, getting to travel the world. I got to go to the other side of the world to meet people who knew me from this stupid website where we play a stupid game. Like, that is so cool. That is so cool. I like such a cool looking venue. Yeah, it was an emptied out, I think, warehouse. And then you'll notice these pieces of the wall there. Those are real pieces of the Berlin Wall that we had in front of the feature match. So like real pieces of the city's history incorporated into the event. It was, man, this event was crazy. It was just so cool. I'm eternally grateful for everything that has like made this event possible. Like made RBT Berlin possible. Like this actually changed my perspective on like not only like Yu-Gi-Oh or like the game, but like the world. 'Cause like, man, it was like, oh shit, like it is real as fuck out here. Like so real. Like way more real than like even the States. I think there's this really big like blinder of like American exceptionalism. I think there's this blinder like where everyone thinks like, oh, America's the only thing that matters. America's the only thing that matters. America's the most competitive or whatever the fuck they say, you know? But that shit is just fake, bro. That shit is just fake. Europe is way more likely to turn up, bro. Like, they showed the fuck up. And, like, you know it's real because, like, Europeans won their event. Like, we had some of the best American players there, and they lost. Straight up. Alessandro says, literally irrelevant. Since from what was reported and could see from pics, people was freezing in the venue. Bro, are you fucking stupid or something? These people don't look freezing at all, bro. They look alive. You can see the picture. Yes, the weather was bad. What do you want me to do? Fucking control the weather? It doesn't make the event irrelevant. It was still the biggest event of the year, dipshit. Man, fuck you, hater. You're getting banned for life. Fucking stupid ass. Negative vibes, bro. Take that fucking hater energy. Go literally anywhere else. Go to a YCS or something, bro. Get the fuck out of this chat. Literally, get the fuck out of here, bro. Bro's like, you're irrelevant because you didn't fucking control the weather. Suck my dick, bro. Anyway, I'm like literally gushing over how sick this was. I got to meet like hundreds of fucking homies. And this guy's like, actually, it doesn't matter because you didn't control the weather. I fucking hate people on the internet, dude. I'm crashing out. I'm getting one guy. All right, anyway. Wheeling it back. Anyway, fucking RBT Berlin was sick, bro. RBT Berlin was sick. It was fucking awesome. It was a historic event. All the people who came to it fucking ruled. It was an intense event. The weather did fucking hit. The staff did an amazing job. To the staff, holy shit, the staff at RBT Berlin was unbelievable. Like, that was one of the best teams I've ever worked with. They not only had to manage like the difficulty of like fucking all the rulings in Edison format, but they had to manage it across like hella languages too. Like, not just German, not just English, not just Italian, not just French. They had to manage it in different languages as well. Do you know how hard that is? Like, that is so fucking hard. Actually so goated. Literally, like, one of the coolest events of my life. If not one of the, like, just one of the coolest weekends of my life. It was so sick. RBT cold for sure, but the event was a banger. Yeah, it was cold. What do you want me to do? Like, I can't change the weather. Like, I can throw an event for you guys. You want me to throw an event for you guys? We're doing it. Next, that guy's going to say it's going to be cold in January in Vienna, so it doesn't count. Like, what do you mean? Of course it's going to be cold. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking crazy. You were too many waiting for Amen pods and made space and got an extra judge for this. Was so kind for them not letting us down. Yeah, that was on us. We actually got you an extra judge for that. That was there was a lot of accommodation that needed to be done in real time. And so I really appreciate all the understanding from everybody because the turnout was massive. There was like 500 people there easily on the first day. Tomorrow says we are stomping the Jets right now. Ayo. As someone from Austria, you can confirm it will not be warm at the time. Yeah, it's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. Bring a coat. Shit, bro. It's January. Check the weather. You have a phone. Like, I don't know what people want me to say. You have a phone. Has Vienna been spoken about already? No, that's coming up. We're doing a quick recap. This is gonna close up the recap of the RBET stuff. So that was RBETs, right, of the year. We threw 10 of them. 2 in LA, 2 in Las Vegas, 1 in Indianapolis, 1 in Santa Clara, 2 in Denver, 1 in Chicago, and then 1 in Berlin. What the fuck? What a year, dude. What a year. Literal world tour shit. You're jealous of Darius' coat? Dude, I know. His coat was so fire, dude. Darius always dresses so nice, though. Like, high-key. Dude, this event was sick. This event was sick. But this year was unbelievable. This was like a dream come true, right? 10 events. If I had to rank them in terms of, like, vibes, Berlin was the most impressive. Indy was, like, the most, like, we came together as a community vibes. I liked Denver a lot because it was the most chill. Chicago was, like, really cool because it's such a competitive region. There's a lot of really competitive players in Chicago, and tons of people turned up for this one, like the top players. Santa Clara was tight because it was at a convention. Same thing with the Level Up and the Pomona ones. They were all at conventions. And so it was just, like, sick to be at a convention. Like, that level of legitimacy is awesome. Like, being able to say, like, I have one of these RBET signs in my house that has, like, RBET and Toyota on the same thing. And, like, just being able to show that. Like, shout out to Collectors Expo, Level Up Expo, all the dudes who had us out. PPG, of course, for connecting us with Level Up Expo. Anyway, insane year for RBET. RBETs will be returning for 2026, obviously. We'll talk about it in a little bit. I want to do a tiny bit more recap of 2025. A little bit of self-glazed, self-suck section where I talk about my own personal tournaments this year. Not only did I throw 10 of the biggest tournaments, if not the biggest tournaments all year, I entered 4 larger events myself. I topped 3 out of 4 of them. I ended with an 80% match win rate across all the tournaments I played in. And it could have even been higher with better play. So really, really cool stats. Very proud of myself for this performance. And then I did it all with unique decks. 3 out of 4 of them were designed by me. So let's take a look at those 4 decks. This is the Flamvell Fairy deck, I believe. Oh, this shit's just not going to load, is it? Give me a second. So this was my own personal tournament year. I actually won quite a bit this year. I, like a non-zero amount of money. I think I won like, how much did I win this year? I think it was like a couple $1,000s playing Yu-Gi-Oh this year, which is fucking sick. It's like fucking awesome, bro. Like on top of the fact that like I got to throw the tournaments, I actually got to go to a couple myself. And you guys know I'm competitive, right? You guys know I'm a fucking tryhard. Scenario Art says, can't say, but you want to say that as a new Edison player, you appreciate everything you've done to popularize and legitimize the format. Your videos have made it so much easier to get in the game. Bless up, Scenario Art. Check out Scenario Art. Anyway, so this is the, this is the first deck I topped with at Collectible Exchange. It was like 70 players. Fairy Flamvell deck. Obviously the guys on the channel. I topped with only 14 cards on my side deck. I was missing a DD Warrior Lady the day of the event. But yeah, the deck performed immaculately. I think I ended with an 8-2 record here. The next deck I played in a sort of, what is it? The Cash Tournament Fight Club. Edison Fight Club. No. The next one was the PPG 5K with Counterpunch Zombies. I have since updated this deck, so check the guides on the channel for the updates, but both these decks were designed by me. So like they're like self-designed decks, and both these decks are recruiter base. So this one I ended with a 7-1 record. I was undefeated in Swiss, so No, it might have been 6-1. 7-1? 6-1? I lost in top 8 because I'm a dumbass. I should have won my game, but I mis-sideboarded. I just didn't stick to my plan. And I forgot to side in skill drains against Value Turbo. And I lost. So. Punished. I should have been undefeated the whole day, but alas, you guys know how it goes. You love the zombies list? Yeah. Didn't you also discuss the zombie one with Frazier? Briefly. I didn't go a ton into depth with him. I felt like I could have spent 2 hours talking about this deck. But I have on the channel, obviously. But yeah, this deck is this is the version I topped with, but there's a updated version on the channel. There's variations of this deck. There's like 5 or 6 cards you swap out depending on the metagame you predict. So, but yeah, enemy controller was the big. It was the big mix-up. It won me a lot of games, and then same thing with the Prime Material Dragon. It won me a couple games too. You like Instant Zombies more? Bro, this is Instant Zombies. What do you mean? Well, this is a variation of Instant Zombies, but it's a design version. But yeah. The theory behind the deck is basically everything is an extender. Every card is an extender, or it's a push card, like Decree or Starlight Road. And Starlight Road's kind of both. It's a push card and an extender. But every spell card almost is a push card or an extender. Every monster is a push card or an extender, except Caius, kind of. I think Caius was the only, like, reactive card in the whole deck besides Solemn. Yeah, Caius and Solemn are, like, the only wholly reactive. Gore's technically somewhat is reactive as well. But yeah, it's wholly proactive zombie deck. So you can, like, just fucking... If someone breaks, you can just beat up on them hella fast. And if they don't break, then you have a lot of counterplay. Caius is how you cash in at that advantage. A lot of times, yeah. That zombie deck is satanic. Murray knows. This deck is really good. I think it's incredibly slept on. Same thing with the Flamvel Fairy deck is incredibly slept on. There are a lot of people who pick it up and don't know how to play it, and then they just lose. Or they'll like miss Sideworth it and lose. The problem with the way I build decks is they're very specific. So like if you mess up like a tiny sideboard strategy thing, you'll fucking lose because of it. Like you have to know very exact shit. Because the way I build decks is based off of like tutors. I always try to design my decks based off of tutors. This deck has the Battle Recruiters and the Gold Sarks to tutor. This deck has the Pyramid Turtles to tutor. So, and of course Goblin Zombie. So like, because I design my deck around tutors, the sideboarding patterns have to be very specific because changing even one card can make a huge difference. So yeah, this deck has since been updated. There's an updated list on the channel. Check it out. The third deck that I played was one that I didn't wholly design myself. This was the Valhalla Fairies list that I won Edison Fight Club with, or got second place. I got second place Edison Fight Club with this deck. And this is actually a variation of the deck that beat me in top 4 of the collectible exchange tournament. There's a player by the name of Eric who built a very similar list to this. I changed a few cards. Like I put a Herald of Purple instead of like My Body's a Shield, and I put like I think that was it. I think I cut down to 40 cards. He was on 41 or something like that. But this deck I think is a tier 1 deck. Like I think people are sleeping on this deck too much. It's a tier 1 deck for sure. It's up to a really big event in Italy too. Like a 200 plus player event in Italy too. Again, a very specific deck, very tutor based deck. But these are the decks that have the highest level of consistency, and if you're a better player, it'll allow you to achieve what I have achieved, which is an 80% win rate with not even playing optimally. Like, tutors are the reason you can hit those high percentage win rates. If your deck can't tutor stuff, like, consistently, then, you're not going to get consistent results, which is why I always valued Fairies higher than Blackwings, because you have more consistent access to your tutors. Whereas, like, in Blackwings, like, you have tutors. You have Black Whirlwind, which is a great card, but you only have 2 of them. So it's like, you just have less tutors. I know this is, like, gonna sound repetitive and redundant, but, like, yeah, man. How was Gramble in this? Fantastic. Won me a couple matches. It's pretty bad against Frogs. You sided out against Frogs, but, yeah. Also, my sideboard, I only played the first 4 cards of this sideboard to get second place in that tournament. So the fact that you can play this deck basically without a sideboard and still get second place in like a big cash tournament, like, that's fucking crazy. This deck is fucking belligerent. This is probably one of the best decks in the format that nobody plays. And that's how I feel about the other 2 decks too. like Counterpunch Zombies and Flamvell Fairies. I think these are some of the best decks in the format that nobody plays. I also think Gold Sark's mad slept on. 10FD is a player who I watched this year have a lot of success with Gold Sark and various strategies. Ocean Dragon Lore was Gold Sark a consideration to get Christian more consistently and maybe faster with Alchemist? Not in this build. It's too slow. It's too slow because you're already playing down a card a lot of time. Like most games, you're just playing down a card because of Valhalla, and if you draw 2 Valhallas and a Gold Sark, you're playing down 3 cards. You can just get your shit pushed. In the Flamvell build, you're never playing down that much. You're always at least at 5 cards if you Gold Sark. So, and then the Gold Sark also, I only ever like playing Gold Sark when you have comeback cards. I've talked about this extensively in like different videos, but like when your Gold Sark resolves in 2 turns, you need to have a card that pulls you back if you're losing. And if you look at the Valhalla deck, not as many comeback cards. There are some. There's like Jaugen, like Heavy Storm's not a bad comeback card, you know? But this deck is all about like getting out early and then like holding a position. This deck is like being much more back and forth, and you have the comeback card and Rekindling. So you have like the power of it. Like, yeah. No return as well. Yeah. Gold Sark for return is typically pretty bad, but sometimes you Gold Sark for something and then return it back, which is pretty good. Any consideration for Soul Purity of Light? No. You would not play. Trust me when I say this. I have considered whatever it is you're going to ask me. I considered it before I built the deck and played it. I've tested these decks like for years now at this point. There's a reason you don't play Soul of Purity and Light in Valhalla Fairies. It clogs your board. Can't special summon off Valhalla. I've talked about it ad nauseum. And then the 4th deck I played is the deck I performed the worst with, but it's the deck that I had the highest potential to improve with, I think. All my losses were due to misplays. I went to a collectible exchange tournament, and I drove in the day of the tournament. And there was like 100 players who showed up. A little over 100 players, something like that. And I played the Hedgeguard Quick Draw deck. And I still believe in this build of the deck. I think this build of the deck is fucking amazing. So I do think it's still like what I would play going into a tournament. I don't think I would change much. I think I would play almost identical to this same Hedgeguard list. Yeah, I don't think I would change too much. Maybe I wouldn't side deck Trag. I think side deck Trag was kind of a weird one. It was like an allure number thing, but it said Wall of Thorns. Oh, you mean Hedgeguard? Yeah. Yeah, so I drove in 7 hours for this tournament. This is like John's. I'm just gonna make John's for this one because I should have topped this one too, but I'm a fucking moron. I drove in 7 hours, and then I got drunk, and then I played in this tournament, and I made 2 misplays, and it cost me 2 matches. And I was like, well, fuck me. I think this was the worst tournament performance of the year. I ended 3-2 in this one. It was the only one I didn't top, but I absolutely could have. So, would you side against Glad Beasts? Just go watch the videos on the decks. I'm not going to get into specifics on these. This is just a personal recap of 2025. I have the Cyborg guides for all of these public or not public. Or they're public or they're members only or whatever. Or I've posted them in the Discord somewhere. But this is a list I really like this list. I really want to play this against. I'll play this again sometime. But it's going to have to take a backseat for now. And then that's it. That's my 2025 recap. So 10 in-person RBETs. I entered 4 larger events, so 14 days of my life, if not several more, spent on organizing. Spent on tournaments, like actual tournament days. 4 of them I got to play in. I topped 3 out of 4. I maintained an 80% win rate, which a little bit below what I wanted to maintain. I wanted to break 80% threshold this year, just to show that like the tutor decks are better than people think. They're much better than people think. Like, I promise you guys in the future, people will look back on this format and they'll be like, this is one of the best decks, if not the best deck. Any of the Christia decks. The zombie deck, I feel like, is probably a little bit lower tier. It's probably like tier 2 or something like that, but Pyramid Turtle's still a fucking stupid card, so. And so is Deep Sea Diva. This deck felt the most fun, because I don't get to play like big combo decks that often, and this is a big combo deck. But it's like a fun, like, aggro combo deck. And then Quick Draw, I consistently think that Quick Draw is underrated while also being tough to play because the Blackwing matchup is a one mistake matchup. Like, if you make one mistake in the Blackwing matchup, you will lose the matchup. And that's just how it goes. Like, you have to play perfectly against Blackwings every single time you play against them. Is there a chance you do more Counterpunch Zombie videos? Try playing at locals and the deck felt like it had a hard time closing games. Maybe you just played it wrong. Yeah, you probably just played it wrong. I think I talked about this in the videos that I've done before, but usually just sandbag as much as possible. You just hold as many cards as possible, and then you start to understand, like, oh, these 3 cards or these 4 cards become an OTK. And, like, you can kind of just sit there and do nothing versus a lot of decks. And then you counter punch. You know, you take their guy with one of your 4 steel cards. The updated build of the deck is also, like, you can't really change the list. You can't really change the sideboarding pattern without, like, getting into, like, structural stuff. So if you altered the list, that may have affected your outcome as well. But yeah, closing games is not an issue if you kind of know the patterning and you know how to break with it. Like, basically, your pressure has insanely good matchup into Nitro Value. Yeah, it's a very good Nitro Value matchup. Basically, your pressure is like Pyramid Turtle, Goblin Zombie. You kind of pressure with your little guys. The problem is the opponent builds up resources as well, and if you don't draw the sweeper, you struggle to play through back row. I mean, you have so many extenders. I really don't understand how you would struggle to play through back row. Most of the deck is built to play through back row. Play the updated list with the 2 Decrees and the Road and the Heavy Storm and the Salt and the Space Typhoon and the Dad and the 3 Kaises and the Gores and the Battle Recruiters. There's a ton of anti-back row, and there's a ton of, like, playthrough. Oppression is going to be rough no matter what. If it was specifically Royal Oppression you're talking about, I don't know. Maybe you just got varianced. I literally don't even know how to describe it. But yeah, I'll make more videos on it. Maybe I can give you a better insight into it. It's a recruiter deck, so you just kind of sit on a recruiter as long as you can. We're playing every oppression out. Yeah, this is an older version of the list. The newer build has giant rats in it, which can make you weaker to deck dev. This build was a little bit more resilient to that. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's not talk about all that. Let's move into 2026. All right, who's ready for 2026 stuff? Press 1. Or asking if you're interested as well. Oh yeah, I know. I'll definitely cover the deck again in the future. But let me tell you what I'm going to do in 2026 first, and then you can kind of see how it's going to fit in. All right. So, first things first. I don't even have a title screen. Shit. Getting into it. All right. IRL bangers will return. So, for those of you who don't know, I made a playlist on the channel called IRL bangers, which is like just basically my in-person, like, paper deck profiles where I take the deck to a tournament or I play in an online tournament or whatever, and then I talk through the deck, show off some pretty cards, and then show off some, like, real gameplay and, like, thought process stuff. This has by far been the best performing content on the channel by a factor of like 3. These outperform RBETs by like 3x viewership wise. If I was a soulless husk of a human being, I would only make these videos and I would never do community stuff because the viewership is just so much better. It's literally triple. It's crazy how much these outperform everything else on the channel. So, these will be returning. I'm going to do 1 per month, 12 unique decks, minimum. Now, I'm just going to say minimum because I may end up doing more if I get inspired, all right? Sometimes I get inspired. Sometimes I just have a fucking feeling, you know? One of the decks that I had a big feeling on this past year was the Counterpunch deck. It was like I had to play the deck. I felt compelled to play the deck because I had the right vibe on it, you know? What's up, Nick? How you doing? So IRL bangers will return. Gonna be 1 per month. Gonna be 12 unique decks. If you guys have suggestions, you can always make them. The Ancient Gear Machina deck was fire. That's like probably one of my most viewed videos. It might be like top 3. Destiny on January. Unfortunately, I have to start planning them further out because shipping international has been like fucking brutal lately. You have a big feeling for insects with demise? Ooh, possibly. I did pick up Ultimate Rare Demises, so we will be doing a Demise IRL banger for sure in 2026. Not sure the exact build we're going to do. We may do a multi-Demise banger in 2026. Who knows? But, yeah, at least 12 unique decks, I should say, at minimum. 1 per month. And Destiny on Dragoon, I was supposed to, you didn't find me another time? Oh, dude, Daniel, I didn't find you either. It was fucking packed. I spent most of the time... I'm so hungover. I spent a lot of the time backstage because it was a little rainy. But, dude, Zed's was sick and Void was sick, bro. Void was fucking nuts. That was, like, highlights for me for sure. And you know who actually kind of threw down was Liquid Stranger. He kind of went off. I can't lie. I was impressed. I was very happy with that set. But I spent a lot of the time backstage because a lot of Shen's friends were in town for the show, so Shen wanted to talk to them, and also it was like cold and rainy, so Void was nuts. I went hard as shit for Void. If you would have seen me, it would have been during Void, but I was like rail, and then I was in the pit and shit. But that shit was fire. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. Daniel's distracting. Daniel, bro, you're pulling me out of here. I am bummed I missed you. We'll have to link up, bro. We'll have to link up or something. Liquid popped off, bro. He actually fucking had a great set. I can't lie. It was really good. It was really, really good. And the crowd was crazy for it too. All right, IRL bangers will return. Number two. Oh shit, it's hella zoomed in. Hold on. I'm gonna do an advanced play educational series. So similar to the IRL bangers, they will be 1 per month. But these ones will be set, structured, 1 per month. So basically what's going to happen is I want to make a guide for people to like get good at Edison format and card games in general, but mostly Edison, like from the framing of Edison format for the channel. And I want to make it like a 12 video series, like high production value, edited, like real world, tangible, measurable fucking improvements and stuff. Arthur says, are you going to do this on top of checking out Riftbound more? I'm going to be doing Riftbound content as well. I just actually, I'm going to be doing both. We're going to be leaning heavily into all this in 2026. When everyone is good, no one is good syndrome 2025. Sort of. Either that or like when everyone is good, we can finally actually talk about decks like fucking fairies without people like having brain rot. Ambitious. Yeah, it is ambitious. But I think if we stick to a structure, it's much easier because then it's like, okay, I can set up a schedule that's well structured. Like I know I have to do 1 video this month for educational series, 1 video this month for the IRL. You know what I mean? Like I know I have to do the RBTs, that sort of thing. Like when I have the structure set in place, then I can fit the Riftbound stuff in within that. And I've already signed up for the Las Vegas regional, Riftbound regional, so I'm going to be playing in that and doing content around that as well. I wanted to put out a Riftbound video these last few days, but I've been partying, so I fucking didn't. And this whole thing, this whole fucking recap was supposed to be, and like 2026 plans was supposed to be an edited video, but I like couldn't get a good take, and I just look exhausted on camera, so I decided to do it as a live stream. I think it works better because I get to talk to you guys. So, but yeah, we're gonna do an advanced play educational series, 1 per month. We're gonna start in January with fundamental principles. So it's gonna be just like things that everyone can do that can instantly improve their game and help them achieve that tournament win rate that I was talking about earlier, the 80% tournament win rate. Like, I want people to be at a point where they feel like, okay, if someone is worse than me, I know I can beat them 80% of the time. And I want to help the world get to that level where the better players winning a lot. How to not suck, get good. Yeah, I'm still working on a series name for it, but it's going to be something along the lines of how to not suck, basically, or get good series or something like that. And then we're all going to be hitting 80% in 2026. So the goal is just like, I just want my viewers to get leveled up to a degree where they are on a different plane from the people who don't watch me. I want you guys to get something from this. Like, I want you guys to get like tangible improvements, measurable, like theoretical, like not just theoretical but practical things like that can improve your gameplay like upon doing them immediately. Like measurable improvements is what we're going to focus on with the series, and things that'll like guaranteedly get you results. Good afternoon, your Rage Peacock. So this is going to be kind of it's going to be an advanced play guide. This is not going to be for new players. So I don't know how well this is going to do viewership wise. I think it might be dead. Low key. It might be a lot of effort for not a lot of squeeze, but or not a lot of juice. I guess a lot of squeeze, not a lot of juice is what I should say. But it's something I've always wanted to make, and it's something that I want to have out there for everybody to like be like leveled up. Cause like we're all like fucking, how do I say this? Like we're too old to be making some of the mistakes we be making, you know? Like I'm like fucking, I turned 33 this year, which is fucking old as shit, bro. I turned 33 and like I'm out here fucking up my sideboard guide. Like that's like my own sideboard strategy that I wrote. I messed up. Like that should not be happening. So I'm going to be making a series. Hopefully I'm going to improve from this series as well. It's either going to be your best series or your worst series in terms of viewers. I think it'll probably be the worst, but it's going to be fucking gold. It's going to be content gold. So it might not be the most successful, but if you're passionate about it, it'll be worth it. Exactly. I'm very passionate about making this. I really want to make this, and I have it written out. Like I have it almost scripted. So like I'm like almost completely done with it. I think I have 8 of it like pretty much done, ready to go. But the other 4 I need to figure out. And I want to like, I think it's really hard for me to conclude the series because it's very open-ended, right? Like there may be more stuff to be added to it. So the conclusion is always going to be really hard, the last episode. But I'm aiming to do 12 of these in the next year. Hopefully we can get 12 of them done. The goal is to help my viewers get better than everyone else, basically. All right, moving on. Number 3, the return of online tournaments. So fucking everyone always asks me, literally everyone is like, oh, when's the online RBTs? When's the online RBTs? Bro, online RBTs fucking suck. They fucking suck. They suck ass to run. Everyone always bitches and complains. They are so unfun. You need a whole ass staff. They lose money because you have to prize them and people don't pay to enter them. They're miserable because like if something goes wrong, it's like very permanent and it's very easy for someone to just be a bitch online and just crash out mid-tournament in your chat. And like imagine like, so like at an in-person RBT, if someone has a bad run, they'll complain to their friends. But like if someone online has a bad run, they will crash out in front of the entire tournament. Everyone in the tournament sees their crash out, and it's very frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. Also, the game is definitely meant to be played in person. However, I know that there are some players. Pardon me, I had to drink some water. I know there are some players who can't make it to the IRL events. Okay? I know there are some players who can't make it. So we're going to be doing an online tournament per month. It's not going to be an RBET. It's going to be single elimination events of varying sizes. Every month will be on a different kind of schedule based off of like how we can make it work. Sometimes it'll be weekdays. Sometimes it'll be weekends. But I want to make sure everyone gets an opportunity to kind of play in something and participate in the community. I will also be competing in these events. So it gives me upside to actually do them. I think the problem with online RBETs is I have no fucking incentive to do them at all. I actually lose stuff doing them. I don't feel good doing them. However, if I'm able to compete in it, then I have incentive to facilitate it. So I'm going to be competing in these once per month online tournaments. I'm going to be making content out of that competition. I'm going to be streaming them, of course. And they will start in January. And I'll be doing more info on this. If you haven't already joined the Discord, there's a link in the description below. Make sure you're there. Make sure you have the role. We're going to be facilitating these once a month online tournaments. They'll be free to enter. Nick says, please make an entry fee. No, it's going to be free to enter still. And we'll figure out a fun little prize for everybody. But I am going to be competing in them. And I do want to use them as kind of a competitive outlet for myself as well. So that way I have a reason to actually make sure that they get done. And I don't like lose interest in actually doing them. So it's going to be a win-win, right? Content creator is winning. You guys are winning. Everybody's getting content. The viewers are winning. And everyone gets to play more, which is what everyone wants at a competitive level. So they're going to be single elimination events. They're going to be once per month. They're going to be the Discord monthlies. We'll call them Discord monthlies. And we'll figure out exactly, maybe like the first place player will get an invite to RBT Rulers or something like that. We'll figure it out. Is someone going to still commentate them or only your POV? Well, I'm going to commentate them. Basically what's going to happen is I'm going to enter it and then I'm going to commentate till I lose and then we'll commentate the rest. And then afterwards, people will save their replays and we can go through like each person's individual tournament run. Like we can go through the first place person's tournament run or whatever. You've been in these woods since 2022-23. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. I know. Time flies, bro. Time flies when you're playing Edison format. It's crazy. Anyway, online tournaments are coming back. Name it the Discord Clash or something, some cool sounding shit. No, it's Discord Monthly. It's the E3 Discord Monthly. I don't have another RBT branding left in my brain, bro. It's Discord Monthly. That's it. That's what it's getting called. They're getting called Discord Monthlies. And I know I'm going to title the videos too. It's going to be Discord Monthly - January. And then it's going to say however many person single elimination tournament. And I'm going to title the video exactly like that. It's going to be very straightforward. These are not going to be like, they're not going to be anything other than that. But these are going to be sick. Return of online tournaments. I know people have been asking for this. All year people were asking for one of these. I didn't do a single one in 2025. I am going to do 12 in 2026. So if anyone wants to compete online, if anyone wants to play Edison format, this is going to be the perfect place to train or to like kind of show up and show off your cool brews and stuff like that. Single elim is also very low commitment. You lose, you're done. That's it. You just get to go do the rest of your day, whatever. I think single elim works better for everybody. Anyway, moving on. Number 4, the Global Edison Community Spotlight. This is something I really want to work on. And this is something I can't give guarantees on because it's dependent on other people doing shit. I was happy you made one too, Peacock. But yeah, Global Edison Community Spotlight. It's like Battle Royale. Exactly. Once per month Battle Royale. That's going to be the Discord monthlies. Oh, fuck. I just closed the fucking tab I was supposed to switch over to. Oh, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out, boys. I'm going to crash out. Hang tight. Hang tight. Hang tight. What is this one? There we go. Okay, we found it. Can't wait to scrub out against the combo deck, only for it to be eliminated the next round. Yeah, that happened to me last time. I think I lost to a random combo deck or something. Anyway, Global Edison Community Spotlight. A focus on content segments, highlighting tournaments around the world with the goal of connecting and uniting us all globally. Are you going to follow the Mormon church or even compete in it? No. I was supposed to compete in the last one, and then we had a significant disagreement in Berlin. And so I had to, me and several others had to pull out from the event. So no, we will not be covering that series at all. The Mormon Church, though. That will never not be funny to me. But yeah, Global Edison Community Spotlight. It's a shame. It's fine. It doesn't really matter that much. Focus on, it happens, you know. Focus on content. What was it? Oh yeah. So we're gonna look at content. Not content. We're gonna look at tournaments from around the world. So basically, I'm gonna try to highlight different communities that are like not American, because I cover the American events a lot, but like I want to make sure like people in like Mexico or people in like fucking wherever. Discord monthly sounds dull as fuck. It's gonna be the Discord monthlies, Nick. I can't change it. Okay. We'll come up with something. We'll do a naming stream. We'll come up with something. We'll crowdsource the name. Anyway, yeah, if you're an organizer and you organize internationally, reach out to me. DM me. I would love to cover your tournament series, bring attention to your store. We have a pretty big audience here on E3 Yu-Gi-Oh! About a fucking 2 million people watch me a year, so there's a good chance someone will discover your store if they see it talked about in a video. So, yeah, reach out to me and we can get your event details and recaps, and I can help cover the international community, because I think I've done a middling job of that at best. I've done a very middling job of covering the international community. I'm going to be starting with a segment about a championship that's been happening in Lima, Peru in January. So I already have one that I'm going to be highlighting in January, and I would like to do more for other people's tournament series. So if you're throwing Edison tournaments across the world, let me know. Reach out to me on Discord or via email, and I'll cover your shit, because I think that's cool and it's a vibe. So yeah, community together, and we'll use this channel as sort of a mouthpiece for the global Edison community. Like, I think it's cool to we can definitely align it in a way that's interesting for everyone, but can also draw attention to interested parties here as well. So this is kind of like turning E3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Into a community mouthpiece in a way. I think that's like something I really want to do with the channel moving forward, is direct people towards places that they can go to meet people and have friends in their area, in their community, and yeah, just help people get connected. Because at the end of the day, YouTube's a social media, and I want to make sure that we're using it for its intended purpose, which isn't like rage baiting or any of that crazy shit, or just like slop. I want to make sure we're actually promoting those social connections and using the platform for its intended purpose, I guess. And I think this is gonna do a good job of that. But I don't know how. This is very dependent on other people. Like, maybe nobody sends me anything, so then I'm just not able to boost stuff. So, but this is something I want to do more, and I want to do a little bit better. I wanted to highlight the Nico Cup too last year. I kind of slacked on it. I said I was going to. I'm sorry, Nico, if you see this. But yeah, I want to do better about this in the next year for sure. All right, and then the fifth thing, RBETs will return. Oh, let's do a little zoom out. We're going to focus on never before visited cities. I'm aiming for at least 2 European ones and 1 Latin American RBET. I don't know if I'll be able to pull this off. I'm going to be honest. I have no guarantees of anything. The only guarantees I have for right now, Vienna in January, San Jose at Genesis in February. Those are the 2 guarantees I have right now. As soon as something is guaranteed, it gets announced. So everybody who's been asking me, I can give you stuff that I am looking at currently to give you an idea of what we're sort of discussing, what's in the works behind the scenes. Right now, behind the scenes, we have Paris, Italy, and Costa Rica in discussions, as well as the Pacific Northwest, I believe Seattle, in discussions. These may or may not happen. Pardon me. These may or may not happen. They're still in the negotiation phase. They're not confirmed. Similar to how last year we had a couple that fell through. Unfortunately, it does happen. Like, sometimes not everything comes together. Sometimes it doesn't work out. But those are the ones I'm working on. And then I would also really love to do Texas, because I've never done Texas. So those are, if I could do 5 this year, those are the 5 I would do. I do Paris, Italy, Costa Rica, Pacific Northwest, Texas, and then maybe one East Coast one. On top of the other 2, of course, on top of Vienna and San Jose. So I would love to do those 6. Possibly the East Coast one will be a returning location, just because some of them need to be easier. And then possibly we'll be doing stuff with previous collaborators as well. Who knows? RBT Rome, possibly. Again, this is all like I'm manifesting it. I'm saying it out loud. And this is stuff that I've been talking about with people behind the scenes and like trying to like lay the groundwork for, but nothing is confirmed right now. But that's my goal. That's my goal. Do RBT Nashville for East Coast. Is Nashville East Coast? Is Tennessee on the coast? Man, my geography is ass. My American geography is ass. But yeah, there will be I want to try to do at least 2 in Europe, counting Vienna, of course. So Vienna is going to be insane. Vienna's almost sold out. There's only like 10 seats left. San Jose, RBT at Genesis, is going to be one of the biggest ones in the States this year, by far. So don't sleep on that one. And yeah, we have some stuff in the works behind the scenes, some negotiating stuff that's happening. So stay tuned. As soon as something is locked in, you guys know I'm going to do an announcement video. You guys know I'm going to tell you guys, but we are working on it actively, basically. And I just want transparency with you guys. Even though this is what I want, this is the goal I'm setting for myself, it may not happen. This is very difficult, and just be realistic, like taper your expectations. Sometimes things don't work out, and I just want you guys to understand that I'm going to do my best to make sure that we hit all these cities. It is really fucking hard to do this. It's really fucking hard to do all this. So, I think this past year we were very lucky to do 10. We were very, very lucky to do 10. It is incredibly difficult. It is incredibly difficult. Now, I notice a lot of people in the chat right now are members. Huge shout out to members for all their support on the channel this last year. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This stuff, the 10 in-person RBETs, all of this wouldn't have happened without the channel members. You guys make this possible. It may not seem like a lot, $3 a month. It may not seem like a lot, but it goes a really long way. Like, it really, really helps make sure that there's like a stable income source to be able to pay staff members if we need to. If something goes wrong with pricing, we can spend a little bit extra. You know what I mean? Like, it gives a reserve that makes it really, really, it makes it capable for us to do this stuff. So we're going to be giving you guys a little bit more in 2026, because you guys really have been the backbone of this happening. Berlin was really nice. Berlin was amazing, but you guys really have been the backbone of this happening. The members have been. So to stay on topic, let me complete my thought here real quick. We're going to be giving you guys a little bit more. Not a ton more, but a little bit more. All right. First thing is we are going to be doing members only Deck Doctor streams. Oh, I need to zoom out a bit. And we're going to workshop what works out best for the members community wide. So we're going to be doing a members only Deck Doctor stream. I'm not sure how frequently, but we're going to try it in January, see how it does. And basically what's going to happen is we'll switch the chat to members only mode. Members will be able to send in their deck lists through a submission, and then I will play their decks and I will edit their decks on stream, and we'll make them long streams too. They'll be like 8-hour streams. They'll be really involved. We'll get the members on, we'll talk to the members themselves, and it'll be sick. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I think it's a way we can kind of give back. The next thing that we're going to be doing for members in 2026 is members will receive every video 12 to 24 hours before everyone else. So every single member will get the videos early. Either somewhere between 12 to 24 hours early. And the only exception for this is going to be time-sensitive material and shorts. So for time-sensitive material, stuff that I just need to put out, whether it's like an emergency thing or like an update or something like that, or like a how-to for an RBET, that stuff is not going to be members only early. It's just going to be put out because it's like communicative. And shorts, I hardly post them, but if I do post them, they're usually just fucking memes. So they're just shit I'm going to throw up. But every other video, like all of the more curated content, members will be getting 12 to 24 hours before everyone else. So you will have everything a day early or half day early. The members only content will continue at a similar output rate. I think I kind of slacked a bit on the members only stuff this year. I aimed for one a week. It ended up being closer to like one every other week. But the goal is going to be a similar output rate. So somewhere between one a week and one every other week is going to be the output rate. And then just a reminder again that the channel and RBT cannot be ran without our members. There's almost 300 of you guys. Huge thank you to everyone who has become a member throughout 2025, supported the RBT stuff. Thank you guys. All this stuff happened because of you guys. I am merely just a guy giving his time to the organizational stuff of it. And I'm an important piece of the puzzle, but I am not the only piece to the puzzle. And I think it would be arrogant to think that. So I want to make sure all of us are getting something for what we're contributing. And I think that I want to give a little bit more to members in 2026. So that's my goal for 2026. These are my goals for 2026. Brief recap: IRL bangers, 1 a month, 12 unique decks minimum. Advanced play educational series, 1 a month. This will help everybody level up, and we'll cover advanced play fundamentals. And that's kind of an oxymoron, but you get what I'm saying. Online tournaments will return. I think this is going to be a big one. We'll come up with a better name than Discord monthlies. All right, Duck Murderer. All right, Nick. I like Discord monthly. I like the boring names. All right, boring name is simple. Maybe we'll call it the boring monthly. Fucking incredibly boring try hard monthly. No, I'm just kidding. But I think this is a big one. People are gonna love this. It's gonna be a big one for the culture, for the people who are active. And it's going to be great practice for people who are coming to RBETs. The Global Edison Community Spotlight, something for the world. RBETs will return, obviously. It's a big deal, you know? So, yeah, RBETs will return. And if you haven't already, sign up for RBET at Genesis. The seats are moving fast, and yeah, I want to make sure that event does well, because the convention events are obviously the sickest ones, right? Like, they're the best ones. And as long as attendance stays high on them, it means I can do more of them. Like, I can use it as a pitch, but, if this one underperforms, which it might, you never really know with these events. You kind of like put your life on the line with these events. You say, yeah, I normally get this much attendance, and maybe for some reason it's difficult. Maybe the weekend is difficult or something like that. But if it performs reasonably well, then it's good attendance, and it's good marketing to as a pitch to other conventions to have us there. So if each of these events does well, then it makes it much easier to get bigger and bigger with the events, which is incentive for everyone who's coming to the event, right? And then the changes to members only, which are all positive. No reductive changes, just more things that members will be getting that will be a little bit extra for you guys contributing your money. I know money is tight right now. I know the economy's tight right now, and if you have to cancel your membership, I will not judge you whatsoever. Like, no, whatever. Everything is just what you guys can contribute. I don't ever want to make you guys feel like you have to or anything like that, but if you do contribute, you will get something for your money. That's just like what I'm trying to say to you guys. So thank you if you have contributed, and if you haven't, just keep enjoying the broadcast, keep having a good time. And let's move to questions. Let's move to closing thoughts and any questions. So does anyone have any questions for me for 2026 that I didn't answer already in the video, or that I did answer and maybe you missed? Are you going to do a New Year's Eve stream? I am possibly going to do something on New Year's Eve, but I am going to be traveling on New Year's Eve, so maybe I'll do a post. Yeah, maybe I'll do like a video for New Year's Eve. But yeah, possibly. I think I didn't do anything on Christmas this year because I was just so burnt out, man. And I didn't get the fucking Dragoon cards in time, so I wasn't able to make the video that I wanted to make. And it made me angry that, like, there were things outside of my control. Like, I literally ordered cards for Dragoon in November and they're not here yet. Like, what the fuck, man? Just don't burn yourself out. That's a great suggestion. Yeah, that's a great suggestion. The cool thing about E3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Too is it's like the schedule I'm setting for myself. This is a very, like, our Ultimate Deck Guide's coming back. I think my version of that is going to be done in the Advanced Play Educational Series, but it's possible I may do some guides that are more tailored to specific decks, like decks that I personally play in tournaments, like these ones that I showed on stream earlier, the Flamvel Fairies or the Counterpunch Zombies. I may do much more in-depth guides on those decks. The decks that I design myself, I have much more control over. Destiny Doom says, any change in the materials for the future mats? So that's a great question, Destiny Doom. I actually have an answer for you. I have the mats right behind me, not the mats, but the new materials right behind me, and it's really nice. They're really nice. We're trying out a couple new colors for Vienna. We're trying out couple new colors. Some colors that I've never seen on mats before that look really nice. And it's like a high quality like Spellground material, basically. I went to a bunch of different retailers, a bunch of different warehouses. I sourced the material myself. I made sure it is of quality. I've cut the mat myself, the mat material myself, and I've tested a bunch of games on it to make sure it feels good. Ordering your tripod right now might actually make some vids next year. Let's fucking go, Nick. Are you going to do a beginning of the year tier list for members only? My tier list this year is going to be members only. That's it, pretty much. I don't want to do tier list videos anymore. That's something I want to move away from. I think tier list videos are slop, and nobody ever agrees with my opinions. And I think the better way for me to do tier list videos is to just achieve what I achieved this year. 80% win rate with the decks I believe in. And then people can make up their own fucking minds about it. But, yeah, I feel like tier list is like rage bait videos for me. And, like, for the last few years, they've been rage bait videos for me. But, my video. What's up, Yu-Gi-Oh! Edison Peru? Shout out Yu-Gi-Oh! Edison Peru. We're going to be doing some coverage for the Peru series in January. But yeah, basically, I think my own personal thoughts on the game are like very different from the way other people see the game. Would be better making tier list based off sadistic or no? No, it's not. It's not. So the problem with making tier lists based off statistics is it's just human centipede content. Anyone can go look at statistics and just like make up their own fucking mind, right? They can be like, oh, most people play Black Wings because it's an easy to play deck at a certain level. Will RBT merch be made, like t-shirts, dice, sleeves, etc.? Yes, I actually have. You think that makes your tier list way better than others' tier lists? Possible. I have a teaser of the merch. Let me show you guys real quick. I believe I have it on here somewhere. Let me find it. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I need to find the teaser of the merch to answer this question. But yeah, basically ever since, like, I have opinions. Said better than Fraser. It's not better. There's no such thing as a better tier list, right? Let's see the merch in the mats. Okay, you guys gotta give me 1 second because I gotta pull it up. But there's no such thing as a better tier list because it's just a fucking opinion. It can't be better or worse. It's just an opinion. That's the problem with it. It's just an opinion piece. And opinion pieces, I mean, or made it rating the KFC Krause field spell decks okay a few years back. You played the shit out of that deck. Yeah, it wasn't bad at the time. I mean, I think mostly what I've been using is the tier list. I need to pull up some stuff. Give me a second, guys. It's gonna take me a second to pull up the merch. I'll get to the merch stuff in a second. Let me answer the tier list stuff first. So the tier list stuff, you value your opinion more. I know you pay me for my opinion, Nick. You're a member, right? Like you're part of, that's why I'm saying the tier list will return for members, because you guys obviously value the opinion. Ponte says, Offering Frog will have more tops this year than most decks on tier lists. That's what I'm saying. Pontes gets it. Pontes is like, okay, nice tier list, bro. I'm still going to top with the deck that I believe in, because Edison format is the format where you can do that. If you believe in a deck and you have really strong planning, most decks can be tier 1. And like that's like something that like people don't want to embrace. And you can tech for every matchup. That's the thing. Like if you think a matchup is bad, you can tech like 6 cards and then all of a sudden it's a good matchup. So like make the Discord monthlies a qualifier into the end of the year online event. I already do that with RBT rulers. So they might just qualify into that. The first place player might qualify into RBT rulers from each. That's kind of what I was thinking of doing with it. So yes, they will qualify into RBT rulers, most likely, depending on how large I decide to make them. If they're only like 64 players, then I might not. But if they're like 128 players, then I might do like first place gets in. Maybe it's like 128 players first and second place get in, and then like 64 players first place gets in. It really depends on the month. It depends on like the scheduling. There's a lot of issues. Let me pull up this merch. My computer is just fucking killing me right now, guys. I am so sorry. It's not letting me do the things I want to do. I'm going to start closing out some of these tabs, and maybe that'll help it move a little faster. You see something on DN matches Edison Championships. Are you involved in that as well? No. I basically just do my own thing, bro. There's a lot of people who do Edison stuff because I made it popular. Which is cool. I mean, that's what I wanted. I wanted RBT to prove that Edison is popular. And I wanted it to prove that it's valuable for organizers to do this so that I can compete myself. That was the whole goal of RBT. I did the RBT for purely selfish reasons, but it's not the selfish reasons that people think, right? I started RBTs because I wanted someone else to do it so I could play in it. But I had to first show that it would be popular for someone else. Our big damage videos return for 26, possibly. But no to meta breakers. That will not be returning. I think that will be a little bit difficult just because I know Carpath is MIA. So, but possibly big damage will return in 2026. All of that stuff is like possibly, the collab stuff, it may or may not work out. You know the vibes, basically. My computer just fucking hates me right now. Okay, can we just like fucking talk about something real quick? Your boy needs a new machine. Your boy needs a new computer. It's fucking crashing on me. All right? It's all crashing on me right now. It's not letting me load up what I need to load up. I need to get a new computer. I need to probably crowdsource it, realistically, because computers are fucking expensive. So how would be the best way to do that? Would you guys be interested in doing like a subathon or like some sort of like, I don't even know, like auction where I sell off some stuff that I've used in videos? Or what do you think would be the best way to approach that? What computer do you use now? I'm on like a 2013 Mac desktop. And just like everything has become slowly more and more incompatible with the computer. Like nowadays PCs are fucking crazy expensive. Yeah, I know. GoFundMe for E3's computer. I could GoFundMe it, but that's lazy. I want to make sure people get stuff for it. Sell RBT sleeves. I'm selling RBT merch at Vienna. exclusive merch, and I'm trying to fucking pull it up, but I can't pull it up to show it off because my computer is like just fucking done with me, bro. It like can't handle like the basic shit. Like, bro, I have one tab open. It can't even fucking handle that. It's like, come on, dude. I closed all my tabs. Oh my god, dude. It's so laggy. I want you guys to know this. You're the best audience in the world. And so I feel like I would want to give something to you guys in exchange. Like an exchange, you know. If you're going to help me crowdfund a computer. Yeah, this shit is just not working. I've shown the merch in the recent videos. I've shown it in the most recent videos. You can pull it up there. But my computer is just, I probably need to restart it. It's like not loading Discord, and all the photos I have of the merch are on Discord. So, but if you join the Discord, I will I'll be posting pictures of the merch there as well. Yeah, I just gotta. It's just fucking crazy, bro. It's just spazzing out, bro. Subathon at the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year, I'm gonna be fucking traveling to Vienna for RBT. The problem is like doing a subathon and then having a job and like fucking doing the RBT stuff. It's like I can't do all three. I just don't have the scheduling for it. But I can maybe do like a weekend where I just do like a 24-hour stream or something like that to try and fund the PC, or like 2 24-hour streams or something like that. But it's getting to the point where like I like can't make content because it just keeps crashing. It's just old, bro. It's not processing videos as well. It's not processing images as well. Like, I even had trouble making the thumbnail for this stream on it, and it was like, so I just had to use like an old image that I made on stream a while back. Pain. Any other questions? Do we have any other questions here? Charity tournament where the charity causes E3 Yugioh's new PC. Yeah, fucking shit. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Fucking feels bad, man. For those of you wondering, I don't know if anyone wonders how much money this channel earns, but ad revenue on this channel, you need to sleep. No 24 hours. Just make 5-hour stream. Yeah. Maybe like 16-hour streams, and then I sleep 8 hours, and then I wake up, and then we keep going. Like, we do like a subathon, something like that. Some sort of like, I trade a really entertaining stream for you guys. Or 12-hour stream, maybe. 12-hour might be good, because it's like the YouTube threshold. But yeah, like, full transparency. Will you ever finish 12 Days of Krebins? Probably not. I think it's funnier if I never finish it. A sleep stream. That's funny. Does anyone have any recommendations for a computer that runs Linux? Like, out of the box? Or is that just stupid? Because I wanted to run Linux on my new machine. Because I'm on a Macintosh now, and it's like, no streams that hurt your health. It's just not it. Then I shouldn't do the RBETs, Kappa. Definitely not the online RBETs. The online RBETs, like, broke my brain. They were not fun to do. I think it's very very difficult to sit in front of a computer for like 15 hours straight. I have a lot of trouble with that. You have to set it up. Oh, bruh. Are you finishing just Destiny on Dragoon in December? Yes, of course. I talked about that earlier. I will be finishing that. I have ordered the cards for it to do a finale, an IRL finale. The cards are just not here yet because of delays in holiday shipping and stuff like that. So the series, unfortunately, is going to have to be finished in January, which is annoying, but it will be done because I've ordered the cards for it and I've made a commitment. I've made a fiscal commitment to that, and so that's going to be happening. But yeah, for those of you curious about like YouTube stuff too, I was considering maybe. Yo, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ocean Dragon. You don't have to do all that. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That will go directly towards the new PC. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. Beers are on me in Austria, Ocean Dragon Lord. Well, I don't know if you drink or not, but sodas are on me. Fitz Cola. Hey, you already know. You already know. I'm so pumped. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. 2026 is gonna be a great year. It's gonna be a really, really good year. If there's anything you guys want to see in 2026, let me know right now. There's a reason I did it live. I wanted to do it while talking to you guys. From now on, plan all December series before Halloween. I fucking did, bro. I planned this in October, and I ordered the cards November 1st, and they're still not here. Fitz Cola. Oh, I got confused. I was thinking of the player, Fritz Cola. There we go. Yeah, that's my thing. That stuff was bomb. I was drinking that Fritz Cola like every day when I was there. I was getting sugar high. That stuff was good. You want to see the merch? I showed it in a recent video. My computer's just not letting me open files right now. I am sorry. Temply94. I will show it in the next video as well. So you'll see it in the next video, and I'll post it in the Discord too. But the merch it's going to be event exclusive. It's not going to be sold online. Just for the players who go to rbet Vienna, they'll be able to get it, and that's it. So we're just going to be doing event exclusive merch. I want to make sure it's special for the people who go there. It's not like, some mass-produced slop. It's like a thing with intention for people to have a special memory attached to it, So I want it to be very special for the attendees. Am I gonna do more viewer dual streams for 2026? Possibly. I mean, it's most likely. I think my big thing for that is just gonna be the tournaments that I'm throwing, that I compete in. So more online RBT tournament. Bro, I talked about that earlier in the stream. Just scroll back in the stream and watch the segment on online tournaments and how we're approaching that in 2026. You will totally get one if it's super comfy and nice quality. I don't know the quality. I know the other organizers are helping arrange it. They said it's pretty good quality. If it's not nice quality, then by all means, don't get it. No worries. But it should be pretty nice quality from what they've told me. So the design is pretty cool too, but obviously I can't show you guys. It's kind of like a Night of the Living Dead design with like Goblin Zombie on it. I'm describing it so you guys can kind of get the idea, but I've shown it in previous videos as well. Overdrive Teleporter, yay or nay? Oh, I think that card is good. With cards like Overdrive Teleporter, you have to factor in that you're playing Garnets, and you have to find the right conversions. So yeah, that's the big part. And then the life cost. Our market watch is going to happen more often. Probably not. Probably about the same frequency. There isn't too much of there's not big market moves that often outside of like post RBT weekends. So I try to avoid it because I know I can cause buyouts and I can make it miserable for people to play the game if I talk about specific cards too much. Like, I think in the past I had caused a couple buyouts. Like I caused the Amaryllis buyout and I caused like the Brute Drago buyout. And like in hindsight, I probably should have been more careful and not screwed people from. Our Pokemon video is returning. Yeah, I'll be doing a Pokemon video very soon. There's a deck I've been playing that I'm almost at Arceus rank with. So I usually, once I hit Arceus rank every ladder reset, I make a video on it. And I've had a lot of time over the holidays to grind it. So that, Riftbound, of course. I have 2 Riftbound videos that are in the works. It's coming to the second channel. The second channel in general, the output is going to increase a lot. It's going to be much more of a focus than it was in 2025. More videos on the Spanish channel. I need to do more on the Spanish channel. That for sure needs to happen too. Man, I don't know. I feel like I should hire someone at this point. But I don't have I'm really ambitious with it, but I don't know, like, I don't know if it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like, because like in order to pay someone to do work on this stuff, it's like, Like I would pay someone to to translate the videos into Spanish, but it's been kind of hard to coordinate all that lately. Zeta was probably in part due to your video, but it wasn't even Market Watch. Yeah, it was just like me playing. You heard there's a Riftbound event during RBT Vienna. We've been trying to coordinate one for Sunday, and I even bought prizing for it. So yes, the idea is there will be a Riftbound event during RBT Vienna. Not during RBT Vienna, the second day of RBT Vienna. So we're going to do day 1 Edison, day 2 Riftbound. That's the idea. And I'm pretty sure we're still going to go through with it, but yeah, the people we've been working with on it, like I've emailed them and I haven't heard back from them, so we may need to just like press onwards ourselves and just fucking run it. But yeah, I got prizing for it. I got a Worlds box for it, and from the Houston Regional, so it's an exclusive prizing that's pretty expensive, or it goes for a good bit, and it's sealed. So please also Edison on day 2. Yeah, we're also doing Edison on day 2. We're doing side events on Edison on day 2 and Top Cut on day 2. And I think we might even do 1 round of Swiss on day 2. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how it's going to go down, but yeah. Do you think retro Pokemon would have potential for future tournaments? No, because they don't reprint the cards. I mean, they run tournaments, but it's just hard to get into because they don't reprint the cards. So like your decks are just really fucking expensive, or you're like operating off proxies, which is cringe. And I don't really like using proxies to play the game. I like being able to play with the cards because that's more fun for me. And I have a lot of retro Pokemon decks, and it would be good for me if it blew up, but it just can't. It like doesn't have that capacity because the cards aren't available. And I think another caveat is retro Pokemon is like not even as good as modern Pokemon. Like modern Pokemon is just a better game. They've had more years to patch all the issues from retro Pokemon. Like part of the reason why retro Yu-Gi-Oh is popular is modern Yu-Gi-Oh fucking sucks. Like the game sucks now. It's not fun. It's not fun to watch. It's not fun to play. It's not fun for new players to get into. It's not a good second game. It's like a full-time job to play modern Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not fun. Like, okay, I guess saying not fun is like objectively untrue, but like it is not fun for the majority of people. Retro Pokemon, it's fun, but modern Pokemon is better. It's like it's just easier to play, easier to get into, cheaper. Like the decks are more balanced. There's a ton of viable decks. There's like a lot of cool mechanics nowadays. Like there's less bullshit nowadays. Like it feels like cards like for example, like Garbodor in previous formats has been balanced out. Now you have stuff like Fluttermane where it's like much more balanced, or Klefki. They have much more balanced approach to things in Pokemon right now, and I think Pokemon is like one of the most healthy games. You quit all TCGs except Edison. Can't keep up with new cards. You have different things also. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like most people who play Edison like have a life. They have kids. They have a job. They have a family, or they want those things, and so like Edison is just something to do with friends here and there. It's not like the majority of Edison players, that's what they needed. And then the majority of Yu-Gi-Oh players, that's what they needed. They didn't need a TCG that you had to sink 80 hours a week into just to understand where to hand trap each deck. You know what I mean? Like, and then not only that, but modern Yu-Gi-Oh is just like a fucking money sink. It's like, it's a dead game. Like, it's been a dead game low key since 2020. They've had a few like adrenaline shot moments. Like, they had an adrenaline shot moment with Master Duel, and like there were a few formats that weren't terrible, but yeah, no, modern Yu-Gi-Oh is like Riftbound is gonna kill Yu-Gi-Oh. It's just gonna everyone who wants to play Yu-Gi-Oh will just play Riftbound. Riftbound is just a better game, and as long as like League doesn't fumble the bag, or not League, Riot doesn't fumble the bag with it, as long as they don't fuck it up, you're gonna be looking at Pokemon, Riftbound, Flesh and Blood probably being your big 3 games. And then like Edison as a soft 4th moving into 2027. Flesh and Blood needs to fix a few things. The affordability issue of Flesh and Blood is a little too gatekeepy. And I think there's issues with Riftbound with regards to specifically UVS and what happened with regards to their signups for the last event. That was a fucking shit show. Like, and that's putting it lightly. Like, I don't think anyone has positive things to say about how that went. Think you got to see me play a game of League? First, I need a new PC, Duck Murderer. So, if you want to become a member, or if you want to donate, you give me that gaming PC, I'll play whatever fucking game you want, bro. I'll play a game of League. The only MOBA I ever played was Pokemon Unite, and I liked it. I thought it was fun. Pokemon Unite felt really fun. Anyway, boys and people of all kinds, I think that's it. That's all I got planned. I mean, it's a lot of the same, you know, RBTs and some new stuff. I think some quality of life updates for everybody. And yeah, Riftbound is that good. It's the best game right now, next to Pokemon. Pokemon's better. I think it's like, for me, it goes Pokemon, then Riftbound, then Edison, then Flesh and Blood. But I know some people like Flesh and Blood more than, like, the people who play Flesh and Blood like it a lot more than the other games. But as far as I'm concerned, like, if I was gonna spend time on a game, I know Squish asked if I'm gonna do One Piece or Magic content. If I'm gonna spend time on a game, it's most likely gonna be one of those four, just because I think those four have the best systems in place for players, and then they also have the best, like, communities. End of 2022, Dragon Link and Warrior Pal was the last gasp of this game. Facts. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's dead, dude. It's like, you guys witnessed the end of an era. It's like, Yu-Gi-Oh, it just mismanaged the game into the ground. I don't know. And, like, everyone's gonna be like, oh, but people still play it. Yeah, people still play dead games. I mean, that's just how it works. That's how games work. They don't just, like, it's not all at once, but culturally, the streets are saying Yu-Gi-Oh's dead. The vendors aren't carrying it. Most of the people I know who are vendors have been like, yeah, like, they can't give away Yu-Gi-Oh content, like, not content. They can't give away Yu-Gi-Oh product. Like, it's literally just taking up space for them. Whereas, like, Riftbound, Pokemon, you can't even hold that product. It's gone the second it's in. Like, you put it on the shelf and the next person in line buys it. Like, that's how fucking hot those games are right now. Flesh and Blood, they need to solve their affordability issues. I think if they solve their affordability issues in a healthy way that doesn't, like, cuck everyone who plays the game, then it could be a much more accessible game. But the game is great objectively, so yeah. Yeah, definitely going to be doing more Pokemon Riftbound content for sure. Can pretty much promise that. And definitely going to be doing some entry-level Flesh and Blood stuff here and there. You said the new full arts could save the game. You think another Dark Magician coming out is going to save the game of Yu-Gi-Oh? You think that's what people wanted? No. That's not going to save shit, bro. It's going to be another adrenaline shot for maybe a couple of people, but, like, people wanted full arts fucking 8 years ago when Pokemon started doing it. You know what I mean? Not even 8 years ago, like 12 years ago at this point. People don't want full art. A full art Dark Magician is not going to save the game at this point. Like, the game sucks right now. It's meant itself as a solitaire TCG, which scares any player from thinking about picking it up at this point. Yeah, it's a diminishing player base. It's like, it's not where you want to be. And even the people who play it will say the same thing. Everything after the set with Sword Soul ruined the game. Facts, bro. They need a Floodgate Massacre ban list and better products. Shit people said in 2018. Yeah, like, literally, like, the only reason people still played Yu-Gi-Oh is there wasn't an alternative. Now there are alternatives. Now there are better games. There's Pokemon, there's Riftbound, there's Flesh and Blood, there's even Edison Yu-Gi-Oh, which is like, it's, all of these things are like taking players away from Yu-Gi-Oh, as they should, because nobody in the right mind should play Yu-Gi-Oh competitively. It's like a horrible game that costs a ton of money, takes a ton of time, you stand to win very little, and it's been that way forever, and the parent company fucking hates you. Like, they treat you like shit. And there's no reason to do that. Like, to the point, too, where, like, even creators are jumping ship. Like, so they literally just did that 2 months ago? It's, yeah, not really, though. Like, if people just started playing the next Floodgates, they need a bigger, like, what they did 2 months ago was, like, a Band-Aid solution on, like, a stab wound. It's, like, not gonna help, bro. They needed a really big overhaul. And them killing Ultimate Time Wizard, bro, do you understand? Like that is consumer, like you can't make moves like that. That's like consumer trust. You just kill your consumer trust, bro. Like people don't fuck with that. The only people who still play Yu-Gi-Oh are like heavily indoctrinated at this point. But like even the content creators are like they're jumping ship, bro. They're pivoting. All of them are. Like look at fucking Alex. Look at fucking Gage. Like look at all these dudes. They're doing other shit now because they see the writing on the wall. Like you guys may not see it yet. But we saw it like 5 years ago. Ultimate Time Wizard was driving YCS foot traffic. This game is run by baboons. Facts. I'm saying, bro, like easily 500 to 1,000 people were going for Ultimate Time Wizard. Easily to each event. So you think they realized that they need to change and they think Genesis was sort of a testing ground for the future of the game? Nah, dude. There's a reason it's called Genesis. It's a great solution. I don't know about a great solution, bro. I completely disagree. And you can kind of see it in the culture, bro. Like I follow, like on Twitter, I follow 200 dedicated Yu-Gi-Oh accounts, roughly 200 dedicated Yu-Gi-Oh accounts. Not a single one of them is talking about Genesis format. Do you want to know why? It was fucking stupid. And nobody wanted it. Nobody asked for it. And it's just Modern 2.0. And it's like with a more convoluted ban list that takes even more fucking homework than your average Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, they made the game more complex somehow. And it's like not complex in a good way, like a skilled way. It's like complex in a homework way. It's literally like, it's a game for people who like doing homework. And Genesis just exacerbates that problem even further. Which is just whack, honestly. Genesis is pretty fun, but you can see the writing on the wall. It's just a place for the new failing archetypes to get participation trophy tops. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like people played Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they grew up with the TV show. There's no TV show, so there's no fucking reason to play it. It's just gacha at this point. It's just another fucking grand archive, like, weeb cash out, fucking cash grab game at this point. Like, literally it, bro. Like, and people are gonna buy it because that's just, like, how consumerism works. But you'll see as the economy fails, like, people are gonna move. They're gonna jump ship, bro. Like, it's just the way it goes. Like, and they have been. Like, the culture has been changing. Like, it's rapidly changing towards, like, we used to be in an era where it's like, oh, do you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic or Pokemon? Now we're in an era where it's like, which two TCGs do you play and which one's your main? Because now everyone kind of plays two TCGs. We're in like a different era. Like everyone plays like, oh, I play Riftbound and I play Yu-Gi-Oh! On the side or whatever. And like Edison is a really good second TCG. I notice a lot of people who play Magic or play Pokemon or play Flesh and Blood or Hearthstone or whatever, they'll play Edison as their second TCG. They're like, oh yeah, I play Edison for fun with my friends because it's nostalgic. That will always exist as something for this generation. It's a diminishing player base as well, which is something we have to be honest about. Edison is not bringing in a ton of new players past the generation that cared about it. But like younger players, I should say, not new players. It brings in new players all the time, but it's bringing in younger players. But like people don't play like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! As their main game and like play other. It's just like not a real thing. Like you don't hear people talking about it. At least, I don't know. I'm like really involved in the space. I talk to a ton of vendors. Most of the vendors don't even fucking carry it. Like they're just like, yeah, it's a waste of time, waste of space. Magic is ass, modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is ass. Yeah, I think we're kind of in the end of Magic and end of Yu-Gi-Oh! They're in their late stage, for sure. Magic is a little bit holding on a little bit tighter than Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's got that Funko Pop appeal. It's got that Fortnite appeal, but... and Magic will forever have, like, the legacy of being the first game. But, Pokemon is cool though, since it's good gameplay and affordable. Super affordable. Can't show someone modern Yu-Gi-Oh! For one afternoon is lost. Yeah. You know what's crazy? It's like, so Shen has never played a card game before. And I was able to sit down and teach Shen how to play Riftbound in like 10 minutes. Never played a card game before. I'm able to teach the game in 10 minutes. Can't do that with Yu-Gi-Oh! Are you fucking kidding me? You can't do that with fucking normal summon. You know how long it takes to explain the concept of fucking normal summoning to someone who hasn't seen the anime? The game is so convoluted. Probably this was already answered, but you just want to ask where the next RBET Edison tournament for Europe will take place. Just scroll back and watch the rest of the stream, Chris. You'll be able to find it there. All right, boys, I gotta go. I'm gonna have a headache for the rest of the day. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the plans for the next year. I hope I was able to do some cool shit for you guys in 2025, and I think we're gonna make some improvements in 2026 and do a lot of cool stuff. So I'm really excited for the Discord monthlies. I'm excited for the new YouTube series. Of course, I'm excited for RBT and meeting all you guys. So we'll be back soon, next couple of days with another vid, and as a result, we're also going to be figuring out ways I can get a new computer so I can actually accomplish the things that I'm setting out to accomplish. So much love, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We are ending stream here, and I'll see you.